Spartans! What is your profession?
Every step I took alone, built a kingdom all my own. No more shadows pulling strings. I am light, I am wings.
I walked away, no chains to bind. I left the past, I cleared my mind. The road was rough, the skies were gray, but I broke free, I found my way.
I walked away, I broke the chain, left behind their endless reign. Tried my best to make it fit, but their world wasn't it. Now I'm free, running strong, I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong, I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust.
Freedom's here
And I can trust.
I tried my best, I gave my all, but their world was too small. They couldn't see beyond their walls, so I chose to rise, not let myself fall.
Saw their ways a hollow sound. No real love was ever found. Left them there where they belong. Now my heart beats twice as strong.
Now I'm free, running strong, I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust.
Freedom's here and I can trust. Their whispers fade like distant songs. I found my voice where I belong. No anchors now, no shadows stay. I face the sun, a brighter day.
They wanted walls, I wanted skies. I couldn't live their tangled lies. Now I'm soaring, winds at play, dancing light in every way.
Now I'm free, running strong, I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
I'm free, I'm running wild, like the laughter of a child. Free from their weight, I can breathe. This is my time to believe. I'm free, I'm running wild, like the laughter of a child. Free from their weight, I can breathe. This is my time to believe.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is so good to be back with you guys once again. I am Tekotroph. We are engineered to win. We have so much work to do today because we didn't have our show last week. I had a bunch of questions, but I was under the weather, but we're back. But I also have a lot of work to do tonight. So we're going to do a balancing act. I have about 25 minutes to use up these 5 credits before they reset on Lovable. So we're going to start off the show doing that and working on the projects that I've been working on Sunday and on Saturday. I'm going to continue working on that, the little homeschool community group app thingy. I have some, I gotta use my 5 credits, all right? I gotta use my 5 credits. What can I say? So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna go through the agenda really quick. So by 8 p.m. when the credits reset, then I can take my time and before I use them again and get into the show questions. So we're gonna do it question. Then I'm gonna show you some cool stuff that people have done that I've been using. Question, cool stuff. Question, cool stuff. And then we're gonna end up with a demo of the Nova content creation assistant tool that I have been testing out, sampling out. It's been helping me tremendously. I want to share that with you guys as they get ready to push it out to at least a beta testing, mode. So that is the plan for tonight. A lot of work to do, a lot of time. If we get a call, I might rush you along. I'm just going to be honest because we do got a lot of work to do and I do want to get to all of them. All right. So with that being said, let me jump into our agenda. Let's get started. All right. So first and foremost, I want to say a big thank you to every single last subscriber on the channel, those who are brand new and those who have been with me for a very, very long time. I appreciate every single last one of you.
I appreciate you.
Shout out to my tech barbarians, my tech barbarians, my tech prodigy members, my technical explorers, all of the Patreon members. Shout out to you. Shout out to Ferris and to JLo on the track who took advantage of the Father's Day promotion to getting 3 months access to the Tech Coach off Patreon. You can hang out with us. You can join the Discord. You can meet up when we do our meetups on the weekend sometimes where we're discovering new things. Shout out to you guys who actually took advantage of that promotion. And excuse me about that. And I gotta say a big shout out as well to my tech mercenaries. Those are the YouTube members that allow me to come on to YouTube every single day, supporting the channel, supporting your interests. We are the best.
We the best.
And let's get it.
Let's get it.
If you haven't done this already, like video, share video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content as well. TechCoachOff.dev. Sign up today. The link is posted to the top of the chat where you can get 3 months on me. 3 months on me. Happy Father's Day. That is my Father's Day gift to everybody because anybody can use the link. So sign up. Let's get to it. All right. Quick announcements. Tomorrow morning, we're going to go live with our large language model course. Probably around like 7:45-ish, 8 a.m. We're going to do that. We're going to continue working through that course. We have tomorrow, we're going to be premiering. I pivoted a little bit because I saw a lot of people trying to get into prompting. They're having trouble with it. So I based on a conversation that I had yesterday. So what we're going to do, I made a video. It's going to premiere tomorrow. And I'm actually going to use that as an example for the assistant, right? For the content creation assistant, right? But it's going to be about how to write your first effective prompt. My strategies to help you get a lot better at prompting, all right? So that's going to be tomorrow, noon Eastern time. You definitely want to tune in. It's going to be a wealth of information. All right, so that's what we have upcoming Thursday. We're gonna get back into our ethical hacking type stuff. So definitely want to tune into that. All right. So with that being said, trying to decide. All right, we got 20 minutes. So what we're gonna do before we even get into the chat, because you guys know I love to get into the chat, but before I even get into the chat, I am going to make use of my 5 credits. And once my 5 credits are up, then we'll get to the chat. I'll acknowledge everybody, Magnetar, Roxy, Junior, Wave Nerd. I'm going to read every single last one of your chats. However, we can't fumble. We can't fumble these 5 credits. They're not cheap, all right? And the fact that we're given 5 credits per day, we are going to make the most of it, right? So let's do that first. And then I will get to the chat and we will have a grand old time. 0 bags fumbled. All right, so let's get to it. Let's not waste any more time. All right, so this is that homeschooling app that I've been working on. I started it on Sunday in a private Patreon / YouTube members meetup where I was basically showing how to get started with Lovable, right? They had that free promotion over the weekend where you can vibe code to your heart's desire. I made the most of it. And then I just kept on working on it. Yesterday a little bit, but I have 5 credits, you know, like you'll see it right here, 5 credits to go, right? So I'm like, all right, I am going to use my credits, all right? Don't judge me. Don't judge me, okay? So basically what I've added so far, I added a groups section over here, and you can create groups. There was a little issue with it, which I had them fix, right? So now the problem that I have right now is that I can't do anything with these groups. I just see that I created these groups, discovered these groups, but I can't do anything with them. So I'm going to say we should be able to click into a group and see members, activities, and shared lesson plans, and whatever homeschooling moms do. I don't know what homeschool moms do. Homeschool and stay at home moms do, right? Let's see if we can get a little bit of an assist here, because I don't really know what they do, but let's just go with that, all right? So let's see what it says. It says, I'll create a detailed group page where users can click into a group and see members, activities, and shared lesson plans. This will require some database changes first to support group activities and shared content. And it gives me the table that it's going to create for the group activities, and another table for group activity participants. Look, there are so many things that you can learn from this, because now it's like SQL statements and the keys that it's using and unique and crazy stuff, right? I'm not going to read through every single last one of them, because if I did, I would miss out on my 5 credits, and we cannot do that, all right? So let me see. So that's a good credit to tell us what it's going to do. I'm going to apply the changes. And it's going to do its thing. Now I can create the group details page and components so users can click into a group and see member activities, shared lesson plans, and discussions. So once this is done, then we should be down to 3 credits. And I'm going to make sure that I can click into these. One thing I don't understand as well is, why does every group say that there's 2 members when I am the only member of that group? So that's probably going to be my next prompt, that I'm going to say, like, hey, why is it saying 2 members when I'm the only member? But let's let it do its thing. Or we'll see why there's 2 members when I'm actually able to click on it, because that should be able to tell us what is going on there as well. Let's see. And then what will we do next? So then I'm going to say, I want, when I am inside of my profile, to see what groups I'm a part. Oh, I guess I could see it from here. I don't know. See, that this is where it would be good to have like testers, like beta testers, to say, all right, I would do this, I would do that. But it all comes with it. It all comes with it. Over time, we will figure it out. I'm sure that I will get some people to use this. And I will say this, right? I am super duper proud of my people. Those who, the 2 people, actually no, it was 3 people, based on the meetup that we did on Saturday afternoon, took advantage. 3 people that I know of, at least, took advantage of the promotion that Level was doing. And I saw a screenshot of one of the apps, and 2 people sent me their apps that I'm going to be showcasing tonight, during one of our breaks, right? But I just think that is absolutely amazing and fascinating that people who never, not tech, they'll say this, I'm not a tech person at all, but they actually started creating something, and I was like, it was all worthwhile to me, right? That hour and a half emergency meeting to see what they produced, craziness, right? All right, so I created a comprehensive group detail page with all the features homeschool families would need. See, and it'll even tell you, it'll even go look up what they might need. Great, right? So group details page, discussed this discussions tab, member tab, activities tab, lessons plan tab. Members can create activities with dates, times, locations, and participant limits. Discussion post for asking questions, sharing resources, making announcements. Lesson plan sharing for collaborative learning. Member management with role displays, admin, moderator, members. Proper access controls. Only members can participate, view content. User experience, updated group cards to include view details. But look at view details right here. Responsive design. This gives homeschool families a complete platform to organize activities, share resources, discuss topics, and build community. Exactly what stay-at-home moms need for successful homeschooling. Look at that. Right, so let's go ahead and click on this. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. So cool. So cool. All right, let's go. Members. See, I'm gonna ask it, why does this say one member and this says two members over here? Activities, create your first activity, lesson plans, shared lessons plan. Let me see what happens if I click on. So nothing. So these are just mocked right now. Nothing. Oh, this one works. So this one works. This one doesn't work. It says the members, discussion, post something. This is a test. Post. Oh, look at that. Looky here. Look at that. I would like to be able to reply to the discussion, but all good. Let me see what other features should I add while how many credits we have left? We have 3 credits. All right. We have 3 credits, 14 minutes to go. We are up against the clock. We are up against the clock. So let's do, because although I really want to fix this, I'd rather use the credits for some pretty good features. Let's fix 2 things. Let's see. Let's do, all right, in the discussions tab, I want to be able to, I'm going to actually write this in order to get better at your Scrum formatting. So let's say when a mother is in the discussion tab and wants to reply to a message, I want them to be able to reply directly to that message and not post in the general discussion. There should be sub replies, I guess it would be called. I would call it. And I think with this, even though like you might give it a, you can describe what you want and then it'll figure out what to do, right? Let's do that. Let's see. I'll add a reply function to the group discussion so mothers can reply directly to specific messages, creating threaded conversations. That's what you call it, threaded conversations. Look, I'm gonna get my 5 credits. All right, I'm just saying. Am I right or am I right, Wave Nerd? I gotta get my 5 credits in there, right? That's how they keep you coming back. They keep you coming back because they say, hey, I got these 5 credits for you. You guys remember what movie was that with Adam Sandler, Terry Crew? I got like Cheeseburger Eddie. You guys remember Cheeseburger Eddie? All right. So something broke. Let's see. And so fixing this is gonna cost me a credit, all right? Which is fine with me because we have 10 minutes. So let me go ahead and fix this. And the call-in link is open, but I will not answer any calls until I run out of credits, all right? I'm just being honest.
I was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest.
I'm just saying. I can tell the issue. All right, so it's fixing the issue. And then we'll have, after it fixes the issue, we'll have 1 credit left. What should we use that 1 credit to do? What? I think the build unsuccessful. Ooh. Not good. Build unsuccessful. Let me see. Let's see what's going on over here. Why are we not working? Has been fixed, but we still have a build error. Undefined. But the data coming from 2Ways doesn't include the field in the select query, and when I'm creating the post map, it's not including the post parent ID. Let me fix. The TypeScript errors have been fixed by ensuring the post interface includes the post parent ID fields, and the didn't work. Let's see what's going on here. So close some stuff down too. Why did that work? Let me see. Sometimes it gets weird. All right. I'm gonna try it one more time. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Why is this? Oh my gosh. See, this is how it gets you to start wasting credits, right? Because it keeps trying to. It goes down this perpetual hole of nonsense. But it didn't take the credits away. So let's try to fix this one again, because this is a different error. It looks like. But that's how you end up wasting credits when it tries to. It goes down this loop of trying to fix itself, and it becomes a total mess. Let's see. All right. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? However, the threaded replies works. You'll need to run. Would you like me to provide that migration? So yes, provide the migration script. Let's see if that's gonna fix it. Let's run that. That'll probably take up our credits. One left. Yep. Give it a homeschool design theme. I don't even know what that is, Wave Nerd. Like, because I would have to be pretty specific in prompting that. I don't even know what that is. So I'll save that for another credit. Hopefully this thing works, because we might run out of credits with this. As long as we get it done before 8 p.m. Eastern time, that is. One credit left. Let's see what happens. I think for the last credit, we are good now. Perfect. So this is working. And I'm out of credits. I am out of credits. But we're good. We are good. I wanted to, when I will check this again at 8 o'clock or after 8 o'clock to make sure I got my 5 new credits, but I got the 25 with, I was on a coaching call earlier today, right? With 25 for $25, right? With 100 credits and the 5 credits they give you daily, you can do a lot. You can do a lot. All right. But we will leave it at that until we re-up, until the re-up comes, and then we'll continue. But look at that. So let me open this in another tab. So what we have right now, we added in about less than 15 minutes before our credits ran out. our free credits right now, we added being able to get inside of here. And oh my goodness, look at that. This, what the heck? So there's an issue. There is a bug here. I will fix this later when I re-up, right? But this, because what's happening is when I type, anytime I put a letter, it automatically goes to this post reply. So this is a bug. This is what I mean, right? Where it's not perfect, it's gonna make issues, and it actually gives people who are looking to be in QA opportunities to practice QA, right? Because this is an issue. I was on a coaching call today, and somebody was showing me what they did, and I was able to spot an issue like right away. So this opens so many doors. You get to learn about SQL queries, SQL statements, testing, infrastructure, APIs, so many different things, right? So I'm just gonna say, this is annoying, but let's just do that. Post reply, boom, look at that. I don't know why it just says group member as the name, because it should say the name. So we'll get there. We will get there. I just wanted to make sure that we made the most of our credits, and we did. I will figure out this lesson plan thing later, how we're going to share these lesson plans. We have activities. Oh, let me try an activity real quick. Let's go with a nature walk. And walk in nature, I guess is the description. The date that's going to be, let's say it's going to be the 18th. Let's say at 8 a.m. because it will not be as hot. And let's say the park is Central Park. Maximum participants, let's say 10, create activity. What? Look at here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Join activity. So if I click join, does join work? Join does not work yet. So that's something that we'll have to prompt it to get it to work. How do we want it to work? All good, but it's sweet. This is sweet. I see this as just member as the name. Can I, let's go with Tech Coach Ralph. Does that, if I go into view details, see it just says group member, and just member. So I'm gonna want the name to be associated and probably the kids that are involved too, right? But let's leave it at that. All right. But I got my credits worth. I got my credits worth. And with that being said, I am going to check the chat and say hi to all my friends. Thank you for being patient with me as I took advantage of my 5 credits for the day. There were the credits from yesterday that I didn't get to use today. So I'm like, you know what? Before 8 o'clock hits, I have got to get my hit of my 5 lovable credits.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Some people have vices, right? We all have a vice, right? At least mine is vibe coding. At least my vice is vibe coding, right? I'm just saying. All right, let me get to the chat and see what is going on with all you lovely people over there. We have Rock the Scrubs, Roxy in the building, says good evening, Tech Coach Ralph, and everyone, good evening to you as well, Roxy. How are you doing today? We got my guy, Wave Nerd, in the building, says evening, good people of the chat, Roxy and Tech Coach Ralph. What's up, Wave Nerd? How are you doing today?
We the best.
Let's see. Who we got? My guy Junior in the building, says, "What's up, family? What's good with you, Junior? Shout out, Junior. Shout out to you.
Let's get it.
Let's see. We got my guy Magnetar in the building. Magnetar hits us with the Sith, Coach Ralph.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Shout out to Magnetar. Or as I heard somebody say your name yesterday, Magentar. I don't know if you caught that, Magnetar, but I was listening to it today and they said Magentar. Let me see. What else we got? Magnetar trying to steal some points. Let's see. Magnetar's just gonna throw the books out the window. And Roxy says that Tech Coach Ralph is on some strong coffee.
Are you ready?
Hey, I'm just saying. Waver says, take a hit, Craig. Stimulate your mind, Craig. I hear that. Let's see. You guys talking about Magnetar in the office. Let's see. We got my guy, Rod Brown, in the building. What's up, Rod Brown? Or actually, this is just Rob. It's not the Rob Brown channel. It's just Rob tuning in. Says, hello, my friends. Hello to you as well, Rod Brown. How are you doing? It's a vibe. Let's see. Waver said, give it a homeschool design theme. I'm going to have to look into that to see how that exactly would look. Maybe it'd be some, I don't even know. I have no idea whatsoever how that would look, Wave Nerd. So we'll figure that out. We got my guy, DB Darrow, in the building. What's up, DB Darrow? So happy to see you. How have you been, my guy?
Let's get it.
Let's see. Said, I heard. I was cracking up because I was like, is that Magnetar they're talking about? Is that Magnetar? Oh my goodness. We got Monica in the building. Says, hey y'all, lurking as usual. Look, Monica, I appreciate every single last lurker that I have. Not everyone has lurkers, so I will take every lurker possible. Thank you so much, Monica, for tuning in.
I appreciate you.
By the way, Monica, I just got to say a big thank you as well. Those that I'm coaching in QA, I have suggested them to use the free version of the Quase, or I don't even know how you say it, but is it QASE Quase, to the free version so that they can start getting familiar with it, start using test case management, all of that good stuff. So thank you for letting me know about that a few weeks ago. Truly appreciate that. All right. So with that being said, we are going, so like I said, this is going to be the format of today's show, right? Question, and then we're going to show some stuff, talk about some stuff. And then another question, unless somebody calls in, feel free to call in. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Let me turn it on so it can circulate in the chat as well, right? Let me go to Nightbot, and I will tell Nightbot to share the call-in link. In case anybody wants to call in, feel free, click on the link. I might limit your time tonight because I do have some stuff that I want to show as well, all right? So let me go over here, and we are going to get to our very first question of the night. We spent the first 25 minutes using up my 5 credits for Lovable for the day. By the way, before we even go any further, let me make sure that they're there. Let me make sure the re-up man came through. Look, oh my God. The re-up man came through. I have 5 daily credits to use. First, let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
I'm telling you.
Another one.
Another one, right? But I have till tomorrow, 8 p.m. to use it, so I'm good. I'm going to, maybe I'll use it after, maybe I'll use it in the morning. Who knows? But I have time. Time is on my side. But I'm so happy that the re-up man, it's like back in the days when the milkman used to make home deliveries and stuff like that. I feel like I just got milk delivered to my front door. That's I'm on cloud 9. I am on cloud 9. All right, but let's get to our very first question of the night. All right, and maybe Monica can even help me, can even relate or help me to this. Right, so let's get to it. All right.
Another one.
Anxiety. That makes no sense what I wrote over there. Hold on. Oh. See, I was typing too quick. Let me fix that. Anxiety from new QA. All right, let's circle that back. All right. Rewind. Let's do that again.
Another one.
Anxiety from new QA role. So let's see what's going on with this question. So my first QA job is making me so anxious I can't even relax on my day off. I just need to vent somewhere because I feel like I'm going to explode. That's not a good way to start a job. I started my first QA role about 2.5 months ago. It's my first job in QA. I was excited to finally get a job, but honestly, it's been rough. The work environment is really stressful. There are way too many projects at once. Deadlines are always tight, and there's barely any structure or proper management. Communication is a mess. It's hard to even talk to developers or report bugs without feeling awkward or like I'm being a nuisance. A lot of times, I don't even know if anyone takes what I'm saying seriously. On top of that, I'm someone who already deals with anxiety and OCD. That means I overthink everything. I constantly worry I'll miss something important, that I'll let a bug slip through, break something in production, or be the reason something fails. And the fear of getting blamed or yelled at for mistakes eats at me every single day.
Bruh.
Even on weekends or holidays, I can't disconnect. My brain just doesn't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I keep thinking things like, what if I miss something? What if I get screamed at? What if I'm not doing enough? It's exhausting. Exhausting. I don't even feel safe or calm, even when I'm not working. It's gotten to a point where I'm starting to question everything. Like, is this just how I'll be in every job? Am I the problem? Is it just my personality and mental health making things worse? Or is it the work environment that's actually toxic? Is it actually toxic over here? Should I stay in QA and try to push through? Or is this a sign that it's not for me? Or maybe I just need to work on myself first. Working on me. Fix the root cause, whatever that even means. I don't know. I'm really just confused and overwhelmed. If anyone's been through this, has advice, or even just feels the same, please say something. I really need to hear I'm not alone in this. All right, let's start our timer. It's pulling at the heartstrings of the heart that I don't have. All right, it's tough. It's really tough, right? It's really tough. Let me put the timer up, though. So, I will say this, right? As a new person in any industry, especially in QA, I think that this is commonplace. Monica, correct me if I'm wrong. You've been a test engineer for a while as well. You are very, very knowledgeable. But I think anybody starting off any new role, especially in QA, though, there's a lot of pressure. And I will tell you this, right? Welcome to life, my friend. Welcome to life. And let this be a lesson to everyone who, I want to transition to tech, right? This is commonplace. This is the common thing in tech. As you grow and you build out experience, you're going to start to get more comfortable. You know what? This expands past tech, right? Past tech. Because you guys know what I like to talk about. The other thing I like to talk about the most, jiu-jitsu. When you first start off in jiu-jitsu, you suck. Like, everyone else is going to tell you, especially the higher belts, are going to tell you, oh, you're doing good. You are doing good, but you still suck, right? And you feel like, oh, I suck. And you feel like you suck because you do suck. It's just commonplace because you're brand new to it. Anything you're brand new to, 99% of the time, people are going to suck at it, right? There might be those superstars who excel at everything they do, but most likely that is not you. You probably suck at whatever it is that you're starting off with, and you're going to feel like you suck, and that's perfectly okay. The goal, the key is to work past you sucking until you just suck a little bit less. That should be your only goal, just to suck less every day, right? And you're going to feel a lot of pressure, a lot of deadlines. Like things are all over the place. And it's just a part of the tech life, right? Especially part of QA. In QA, here's what your boot camp did not tell you, right? Here is what your boot camp did not tell you. The boot camp didn't tell you that in a 2-week sprint, you're not going to be like, you're going to be working on building new features, not just testing a fake existing website that 1,000 people have ran through, right? Okay, that sounded inappropriate. I apologize, but some fake website that is just there that nobody uses, nobody cares about, right? What you're going to be doing in the real world is building out new functionality, and you're going to have 2 weeks to do it. But guess what? In most cases, the engineers, the developers, they're going to give you the application to test with like 2 or 3 days left in the 2-week cycle. And you're going to have to test that and ship it within like 3 days. But here's what's also going to happen. As soon as you go to the homepage, it's going to be a blank page. It's not going to work. My goodness. You don't know how many times like you get it delivered late, and then the first thing you go to, it doesn't work, and you're like, "Hey, this isn't working." It's like it worked on my machine. I'm like, "Okay, but it doesn't work in the real world, right?" It's just a part of life. It is just a part of the game, and what you need to start working on is your strategy, your communication skills, building relationships with your engineers, with your developers, understanding, because every engineer has their own personality. What I did, right? I adapted to their personalities so that they could do favors for me. So that once I find something, I can like, oh, I noticed this, and they go, oh, give me a second. Because if you try to have that adversarial relationship with your developers, they're gonna say, just send me a ticket, and you send them the ticket, and they're gonna get to it a day later, and now you have like 4 hours to test everything, and deployment is due, and then you're gonna find something else because you couldn't even get past the first step. They don't tell you this in the boot camp. Correct me if I'm wrong. They don't tell you this in the boot camp. They don't tell you how stressful the tech realm is. They just say, "Oh, you can make $120,000 being a manual tester. Come and take my boot camp, and we're gonna write your resume. But on your resume, we're gonna take off all your prior work history, and we're just gonna put our fake internship on there. It's gonna be boot camp A internship." And people are like, "What the hell is that? What type of work you did?" "Oh, I used Jira and I wrote some test cases." Okay. What was the application? It was an e-commerce site. What did they sell? Well, they sold a product called Test Product 1. Like that's what the product is called. They sold Test Product 1, right?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And now, once you get into the real world, this person 2.5 months into the role, now they're questioning their very existence in QA. But I'll tell you this though, anything you switch to, you're gonna go through the same exact things. Oh, look at Junior re-upped. Junior re-upped as well. Shout out to my guy Junior. All right, I'm sorry. But that's the way that it goes. You have to build relationships. You need to discuss constant communication. What in your daily scrum, you have to actually share your progress, share your blockers, because they ask you, do you have any blockers? Yes, my blockers are, we have 3 days left and I still haven't gotten this ticket. I haven't been able to start testing this yet. What's the status on it? All right. Tech is stressful. They tell you, oh, you come and make a lot of money as a software engineer, as a QA, as a DevOps, as a cybersecurity. Do you know how stressful? Like, I had a bug bite about cybersecurity professionals being burnt out because they're afraid of missing something. The key to a healthy software engineering team is to not find a way to put blame all on one person. The developers wrote the code. The QA people tested the code. There's UAT testing. There's all of that type of stuff. There should be automation tests. It doesn't fall on one person missing something. The team misses something. So we need to rearrange, redirect our mindset, put proper things in place. And for somebody who's only been in there for 2.5 months, I don't expect you to know all of this stuff. However, there is a great thing that has recently been invented, right? It's called AI. It's called ChatGPT. It's called Gemini. It's called Claude, QASE, whatever, right? That platform. I haven't tried it out myself yet, but I know that exists. You can actually prompt it, and you can. I'm going to be showing Manus today. Manus is another one, right? But you can actually prompt it to tell you, like it says, all right, here's a problem that I'm having as a Q engineer with 2.5 months of experience. How can I make this more efficient? And it's going to give you a prompt. All right, you're going to want to implement these strategies. Instead of wasting your prompts with useless stuff on ChatGPT or talking to it like it's your father or your mother or something like that, have it help you do your job better. Have it help you level up quicker. So what took me about 15 years to learn in the field, you can probably get it in like a year and then build experience off of that. With all the resources available to me today, I actually decided that I will open up coaching spots per request because I have a better way to a more streamlined fashion that I can start coaching people again, right? I don't have to invest all my time into coaching. I'm like, all right, this is what I need you to do. 2 weeks, we'll meet up. We'll check on the progress. If you have any issues in the between, hit me up and we'll resolve it. But every 2 weeks, cycle, right? So I understand that what you were sold is totally different than what you're working through, but you probably need a mentor. You probably need a coach, right? That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Anyways, let's wrap that question up. All right. So talk about perfect timing. So I'm going to check the chat and then we will go over to reviewing. Since Junior put it in the chat, I'm gonna say what the project that Junior sent me, Unlovable. I'm so proud of Junior right now. Anyway, let me check the chat. Let me check the chat real quick. All right, so we got in the chat. Let's see. DB Darrow says. Laughing my ass off at the re-up man. That's what it was. It was. The re-up man came through. He said, I got you, homie. I got you, homie. All right. Let's see. Rocky says, I have never seen the Milkman. That was a long time ago. I have never seen the Milkman either. That was before our time, Roxy. That was before our time. But I know from Chappelle's show, at least, right? That there used to be a milkman that would deliver milk and drop it at the front door. And sometimes he'd even come in and say hi to the family, right? So I do know, at least from the Chappelle show, there used to be a milkman, all right? I'll leave it at that. All right? Let me see where we're at. All right. So what else we got? DB Dare says, if they're a new hire, hopefully they shouldn't even have access to anything and to break anything in prod. So here's the thing with QA, right? They don't have access to break anything in prod, but they can, after the testing, they can sign off and say, all right, everything is working. This is approved, yada, yada, yada. Go ahead and deploy. And then as soon as you deploy, the application doesn't load in prod, right? So there is that. I've seen it happen too. I've seen it happen myself, and then we have to roll back all of that. Monica says, welcome to QA. Get comfortable. It's going to be rough. I'm just gonna throw this one on there.
Message.
message, right? And I don't want you to end up saying,
I hate it here. I want to go home.
I don't want you to say that. I don't want you to say that, all right? Let me see. DBR says, worked on my machine. That's the common saying, right? Worked on my machine. Let's see. Junior says, I made the changes to the page and published it. And Junior says, the re-up man definitely did come through for him as well. So that is a perfect transition and segue into what I want to show you, right? I am going, let me refresh real quick. Oh my God, this is so cool. All right. My guy, Junior, the one that you see on the screen right now, right? He participated on Saturday inside of our meetup where I was showing how to get started with Lovable, take advantage of those free credits. And he messaged me today. He's like, oh, I created a basic app, a prayer list app. I was like, what? Really? I like that. So I was like, can I show it? Do you mind if I show it? He's like, oh, of course, go ahead and show it. He sent it to me. And he ran out of credits earlier, but he got the re-up man came. He updated it, and now I want to share with you what my guy Junior done did. All right. So there goes. So this is what Junior. Let us know in the chat. How much tech experience do you have? How much tech experience do you have, Junior? Let us know. Let us know. Wave Nerd, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this, Wave Nerd? Let us know, Junior. How much tech experience do you have that you created in 2 days? A perpetual player list, right? Perpetual player list. Click on any person to view and edit their details. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And you can say, let's see prayer list. Let's go with Tech Coach Ralph. That I make it through the stream without muting myself or without forgetting to unmute. Save changes. Boom, look at that. Look, I am now added to Junior's prayer list, right? And this is the perpetual prayer list. So I'll add myself to that as well. And I will say perpetual prayer list. That I don't forget to unmute myself in all and that I don't fumble any lovable credits. I kind of want this one more than the other one. I'm just saying, all right, let's go ahead and save that. Boom. I'm on the perpetual prayer list and on the single prayer list as well. Look at that. Look at that. And this is the actual functional application. Let me refresh real quick. So here's what I noticed though, which eventually as Junior's working through this, he'll get it to work, but it's not adding to a database yet. So we're going to need to prompt this to say like, we're just going to have to create a super base account, but we're going to need the ability to have these store in a database. So when you add a person to perpetual, because you don't want this to go away, right? So if I add myself, right? Let me do this real quick. If I add myself, because under the network tag, nothing's going to happen, right? Testing, 1, 2, 3, save changes. See, nothing happens. Right now, everything is happening on the front end. So when I would prompt it, right? I'm going to just type the prompt that I would use right here. What I would prompt it is when I save the, when a user adds a prayer request, then it should store it for other people to be able to see the request, right? And when you send that request, or when you send to add that functionality, it's going to say, oh, we're going to need to create a database, and we're going to do it to Superbase, and you're going to sign up for a Superbase account, and then it's going to do all the work in the back end of creating the database, and then storing your, so it's going to be like 2 credits, right? And storing the prayer requests inside the database. And then I would say, oh, I want to be able to check off prayers, something like that, right? But yeah, that's the next thing that I'd want to do, is being able to store these for people who access it, that they can actually see what the prayer requests are. And maybe you can have like, I don't know much about prayer groups, to be honest with you, right? But I'm just guessing, like, okay, somebody wants to claim to pray for this person, and then they can assign their name to it. Say, oh, Josh is gonna pray for Sarah Wilson, and then once that prayer has been done, they mark prayer completed and stuff like that. I'm just throwing things out there. But this is absolutely fascinating. I am so proud of Junior for taking this on, because as Junior said right here, I asked him, how much tech experience do you have? 0, capital Z, capital E, capital R, capital O, 0 tech experience. And he did this. Absolutely fascinating. All right.
We the best.
But I'm so happy, because just spending a few hours on Saturday showing you guys this, and he's done this already. Like, who would be able to create this with 0 tech experience? And it is just one prompt away from being able to store the information and being a function. Like, imagine if this was able to store prayer requests. And because Junior's about to go to a Bible study in about 3 minutes, right? And he goes to Bible study, and he's like, oh yeah, I built this prayer request app where people can just add in their prayer requests. We have a perpetual prayer list, and we have a regular prayer list. And you can just add what you want, and then people can claim it, and then you can see who prayed for you and what they prayed for, yada yada yada. Boom! Look at that. No experience there, but the most important thing is that you started playing around with the prompt and see what you can do, and now you have that spark of life in your mind, and now the sky is the limit. But just wanted to share that. I think this is absolutely cool. Great job, Junior, my guy, Junior. Great job to you.
I appreciate you. We the best.
All right. So, let's do this. Let me check. I think we just had. Wainer said, this is great. Getting prompting down will make all the difference. That's a fact. That is a fact. After our next question, I'm going to show another one that somebody else sent me that they did, who also participated a little bit on Saturday, but I'm coaching them one-on-one, so they're working on it. All right. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's go to our next question of the night. We are going to go to
another one.
Switching from QA, quality assurance engineer, to DevOps. To DevOps? Really? Can you do that? Let me see the question. All right, so let's get to this question. It says, how to switch from QA engineer to DevOps? Well, I guess we'd kind of like apply for it, but I'm just kidding. All right, so is it possible to make a career switch? I'm genuinely curious. If you've made a transition before, I'd love to hear about your journey. Feel free to share your experiences. All right, so the first answer is, it is definitely possible to make a switch. Shout out to you, Junior. You have an amazing Bible study. Keep working on this. Keep thinking through it. let me know when you make more updates, and I'll check it out, and I'll continue to show it on the stream because this is great work. Super duper proud of you, Junior. Keep it up. Enjoy your Bible study. All right, enjoy your Bible study. All right, so so about this, so this person is about them, right? They have, I started the timer. It says, I've been working as a QA engineer for 2.5 years. Recently, it's been feeling a bit stuck and unmotivated. I'm seriously considering a career change. However, I'm unsure where to begin. Should I start over as an intern or aim for a junior level position in a new field? On top of that, I recently completed a 3-month face-to-face DevOps course, okay, which has sparked my interest in exploring opportunities in this area. All right, so let's go with this, right? I think it is definitely possible to switch career fields. You can go from QA to anything that you want. You can go from anything to anything that you want, right? But QA, you get a lot of exposure to different fields, software engineering, to DevOps, to infrastructure as code, to cybersecurity. You have many tentacles. Is that what they call it? Like what the octopus have? Tentacles? Right? You have many tentacles that touch a variety of different areas. So you can always scale up. I think the problem that a lot of QA people have, though, is that they focus on just testing, right? Instead of expanding their knowledge to other, like, here's an example. What I normally recommend people who are trying to get in QA is to go out there and take a Udemy course on full stack software development. You don't have to become the best coder or web developer that there is, but at least you'll be able to understand the terminology, understand what to test, how to test, so that you can give more insightful feedback. Go and learn. I always say you have to learn Docker, you have to learn GitHub. A lot of QA people, they don't want to do that, and it makes them so hard for them to participate and contribute, and then also to eventually level up and shift fields or grow in QA. So my recommendation is always, yes, you can switch, but do you have the necessary knowledge to switch? Or is it now that you're frustrated at your position, at your lot in your career, now it's like, okay, now I have to go to school, now I have to go take this course, now I have to go do that. No, you should always be working towards, growing, leveling up. You're not gonna like this, right? But if you're not putting an extra 20 hours a week to better yourself, then you're not serious about growing. You should be working 60 hours a week, right? If it's 40 hours on the job, another 20 hours on skill development, learning, trying things out, investing in yourself. One thing I'm gonna talk about in the video tomorrow is you gotta invest in yourself. Even if you sign up for something for a month or two, right? Let's say you pay $20 a month for ChatGPT Plus, and you can get images generated, you can get audio generated, you can get whatever, right? You can get video generated. Same thing or maybe you want to use Gemini, or maybe for 2 months you use ChatGPT Plus, and then for 2 months you use Gemini Plus, and then maybe for another 2 months you use Claude. So they're all about $20, right? But investing in yourself in the different platforms. I signed up for Manus AI today, right? And I'll actually show you what I was able to generate in like 7 minutes. It is absolutely crazy. But you gotta invest in yourself. In the video tomorrow, I'm talking about how I was talking to somebody and says, "Oh, I'm only trying to use the free stuff. I'm like, look, if you're serious about this, if you want to grow, you're gonna have to put a little bit of money out there. We can spend money on nonsense over and over and over. We pay more for our TV subscriptions than we do for the tools that help us be more efficient. So, if you want to level up in anything, invest in yourself. Invest in a Udemy course. Learn automation. Learn web development. Learn more about AI. Invest in these AI platforms. You don't have to buy a year plan. You can switch it up. Pay 20 here, pay 20 there. Pay like $5 for one of those text to video stuff, right? but you're gonna be left behind, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I'm upset, I'm not happy, things are not going my way, I feel stuck. The reason that you feel stuck is because you're not doing anything. I have never, in my 15 years working in QA, I have never felt stuck because I've always been the pioneer ahead of everyone else. Just the other day at work, I built a integration where when we're using like feature files for Gherkins Behave to automatically sync from the GitHub repository or from the project from the Git repo to our test case management system in Jira. I have a long list of things to do. A long list of things that I don't even know if I'm going to ever get to. I'm just chipping away at it, and then new things are being added. So I can't get stuck. I cannot get stuck. So the question is, why are you getting stuck? The reason that you're getting stuck is because you're not doing anything. And now you're like, well, I'm just going to want to go do DevOps. You're going to get stuck in DevOps too. You're going to get stuck in cybersecurity. You're going to get stuck in software engineering. You're going to get stuck wherever you're going to get stuck because you're not doing anything. That's the real problem. It's not the career that's stuck. It's you who is stuck because you're not working towards getting better, towards leveling up. And my friend, that is a you problem, right? That is a you problem.
I'm just being honest.
All right. Anyways, that's that. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully it can help you do better. All right. All right. Let me see. Anything in the chat? Nope. Just Junior did say the Spark has definitely started. For a low cost, you can have a whole application running. Absolutely fascinating, right? Let's see. All right, Junior had to go to Bible study, so shout out to my guy Junior for stopping by. I always appreciate when you guys can stop by before you go and get that nourishing word. Shout out to my guy Rod Brown with formerly the nourishing word, now Rod Brown. All right. So we are going to get to our next project to showcase. All right. So let's do it. So this one, I'm actually coaching this person. And this application that they created, it's a hobby explorer because they said I created this for young men to get the hell out of the house. They just stay in there and let's go find a hobby. And I'm coaching this person, and I'm coaching this person to get into the QA field. But I said, well, let's use something that you're going to be interested in building as a way for you to go through the whole software development process where now you get to work as a product owner, you get to work as a QA engineer, you get to see how the code is being written and try to like find issues, right? So he created this. Absolutely amazing. Just by prompting. And so basically you can search for hobbies. I don't know if anything is plugged up yet. Some stuff works, some stuff probably doesn't work because he just started working on this. But I was like, look what they created. Look what they created. And as Wave Nerd said earlier, just the fact that you're getting involved in the prompting and seeing how much more, like in the Tech Coach Out Discord, we're going to be going into like prompting and how to create awesome prompts that gives you very nice and fun, intuitive designs, right? But this is just a great start. So let's say you want to find a hobby, right? You want to get out the house. You want to go and touch some grass, right? Let's say you click on fitness and sport, and now you get a pop-up that goes with pick your active vibes, what gets your heart pumping, choose all that sparks your interest: CrossFit, running, hiking, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, boxing, swimming, soccer, basketball. And here's the funny thing, right? As soon as I saw this when it popped up, I was like, oh, I found a defect. And I said, well, you're gonna have to write test cases for this, write test cases and write defect reports. And he's like, what did you see that was wrong? I'm like, look, there's a double X. There's an X here, there's an X there. He's like, oh, I didn't even see that. That's That's why we're doing this. Because you're going to get to build experience. And then I was like, you know what? Imagine if you actually go through and publish this whole thing, right? If you publish this whole thing, now you have talking points for your resume. Oh, I built this app. I wrote test cases for it. I found defects. I reported it to the software engineer. They fixed it, right? And you say, oh, this app that I worked on, it has X amount of active users. This is the type of feedback that I got. We added these enhancements based on this feedback. I automated the testing for once changes are made, we can actually catch those, right? So many different opportunities that this is giving us in a short amount of time, because they didn't have that much time to work on it over the weekend. But look what they've built. They've built a whole application. Let me see what happens if I click on Jiu-Jitsu. Oh, look at that. You chose Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know if anything else is going to happen after that, but that's how you like now what's going to happen is you get here, you click on something, it says, okay, what do I want to happen here? Right? Oh, well, it's going to go and give me a list. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. It's going to go give me a list of Jiu-Jitsu gyms based on my area. I don't know. I'm just throwing something out there, right? What happens next? That's for the person building it to figure out. You get to work as your own product owner. Tell your junior software engineer what to do. Once it does it, now you put on your QA hat and like, now I have to test it. Now I have to automate it. All of that good stuff makes a world of difference for you. All right. That is the strat. I shouldn't even be sharing this with you guys right now. Right. But that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Let me see what else. So this isn't working. So this is going to be a quiz, right? So my prompt would be, can we build a quiz to help somebody find a hobby? When they click on let's go find my hobby, and then it would take you to the quiz, right? Search for hobbies. Let me see if there's anything in here. So this isn't wired up yet. Let's see if anything else works. Let me see, DIY. So only fitness and sports works so far. All of these aren't working yet, which is, so creative arts works and fitness and sports. If it was me, because I'm guessing that credits were probably used to populate this, I would probably focus on getting some functionality involved. Like when I click on like getting the hobby finder set up, I like to prioritize functionality because you can always go back and add more activities later on, hobby genres later on. But I'll say let's get this quiz working. Let's get some functionality working. Let's get this search working maybe, and go from there, right? But I am so happy to see this. So proud of the people who took advantage of the level promotion this weekend, and who actually went out there and they built something.
We the best.
All right. Just wanted to share that with you all. All right. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this remarkable work that my people, my tech barbarians are doing? Tell you. It's going to come to a time where there's going to be doers and there's going to be people who are on the outside looking in, listening to 50 Cent's song saying, "Shawty, you a window shopper. Shawty, you a window shopper," right? And if you don't adequately prepare for what's to come, and you get replaced by people like me who used the tools that are being given to us for a whole weekend for 48 hours for free, I won't feel sorry for you. I cannot feel sorry for you. Either you get on the bus or you get ran over by the bus. Right?
I was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest.
All right. let's get to another question for the night. Let's do it.
Another one.
Fake job scams going crazy. Don't call me crazy. All right, so let's read this one. It says, fake job scams are getting crazy. So a friend of mine almost got tricked by a fake job scam, like legit interviews and all. Then bam, it was fake. Crazy how many of these are out there now. I work at Swissmote, not sure what Swissmote is, but and we're trying to help stop this kind of stuff by making sure companies and job offers are real and verified. How do you do that though? Anyone else had a sketchy job offer before? What did you do? All right, let me put up 5 minutes on for this one, right? I have not had fake job offers before. I've had fake job contacts, I guess I would say, because like, look, if somebody sends you a text message telling you to join a WhatsApp group to get a job to work from home, it's probably fake, all right? That's just my disclaimer to you right now. If somebody sends you if you get a WhatsApp and says, "Hey, do you want this job?" Believe it's not real. Let's just get that out of the way, right? Now, the next thing, I have a friend, right? He almost got taken for a fake job offer. It was very shady, right? But he was telling me about the whole thing throughout the process, and I was like, all right, try this, try that. It might be real, might not be real, until it got way out of hand. So they reached out to him saying, they'll even have a LinkedIn profile with a picture on it, right? They reach out to him saying, hey, we want to interview you. So then they do the interview on Microsoft Teams, right? That's the first. Like, who does an interview on Microsoft Teams? If it's not Zoom, then it ain't legit. If it's not Zoom, it ain't legit. All right. But they said, all right, we're going to do it on Microsoft Teams. And he never saw the person. I don't know if it was like a voice call or if it was through text. It might have been through text, which is even worse, right? If it is through text, if you're typing on Microsoft Teams, it ain't it. But we went through it anyways. And so he's going through the process. He's going back and forth. They're asking him for information. So the scary part is he actually did send him some personal information, right? But so this is what they said. All right, they said, okay, we want to hire you, and it was for a job that it was like no one really hires for this type of job. That's what I'm like. No one hires for this type of job. But they sent him the job offer, and he's like, okay, I accept the job offer. And they said, all right, we're going to send you a check to get your equipment. That's the first thing to worry about. When they say, we're going to send you a check for you to get the equipment, like, all right, something ain't right. Something is not right. Like, all right, let's keep going through it. They sent him a check, right? You can clearly see that this check is fake. They actually scanned a check from some school district. It was so weird. It was from a school district. And then they type, like you can see where they type. So the check is written by hand, right? But then they type to the order of his name. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? And then they say, oh yeah, you just have to go to the bank and cash it. And I told him, all right, slow it down. I said, why don't you tell them, like, why don't they just send you the equipment? Oh, by the way, after you cash a check, right, you have to order the equipment through a particular site that they're going to give you, through a portal that they're going to give you, right? And I was like, what in the world? So I said, ask them, why don't they just send you the equipment? The check was like for $5,000, and it was $5,000 worth of equipment they want you to go buy. And I told him, ask them, what if you can get the equipment cheaper somewhere else? They're, oh no, you have to buy it on our portal. You have to buy it on our site. You have to buy it from us. I'm like, okay, sure. All right, I got you. I said, ask them, tell them to just send you the equipment, and that way you don't have to go and cash a check. Just send you the equipment. Oh, no, we can't do that because yada, yada. So next thing I said, all right, so why is the name on the check not the name of the company? And they said, oh, that's because the sponsors or something like that, like they're the ones writing the check. Some weird nonsensical explanation. I was like, oh my God, what is going on here? So I said, all right, don't do anything for 2 days. So he doesn't. And they start writing like, all right, what's going on? We didn't hear back from you. Yada, yada, yada. We're supposed to start the job on Monday. Yada, yada, yada. I told him, all right, this is what I want you to call the name on the check and ask them if they actually know about this. Call that school district. See if they actually know about this check being written in their name being sent around, because they probably don't. And at least you'll put them on game of what's going on. I don't know if you ever actually got in contact with the school, but that's it with the school district. But that was what was happening. And then I said, you know what? Tell them that, give them some excuse of why you can't do it, right? So then they after 2 days, they just totally stopped messaging him. He tried to send him a message. They stopped responding altogether. And that's how I knew that they were good. They almost got him. He was that close to going to cash a check. I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. It will not end up well. You're gonna end up saying,
I'm in a bind, Nate.
and I don't want anybody to have to call Nate ever to have to call Nate. All right? I'm just saying, right? Anyways, yes. Those fake job scams, they are going crazy. You have to be very diligent. You have to see a person. You have to match their LinkedIn profile with their name. You have to actually have a video call face to face with whoever you're talking to. Don't accept non-video calls in your interviews because it's probably fake. I know people like to be off camera. Nope, be on camera. Be on camera. I don't like when I'm interviewing people and they don't want to be on camera. Like, I need to know who I'm talking to. I need to know you're at least a person who, because what if you're not on camera for the job interview and we have a conversation? Oh yeah, this person did great, yada yada yada. And now they end up hiring somebody else because they had somebody else do the interview for them, right? We can't do that. We cannot do that.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
All right, but that's it. Just wanted to share that little bit of insight. Let's wrap that question up. There we go. Boom. All right. Let's see what we got next. So let's see. Wave Nerd had said new token fiends joining every single day. I think it is much better to be addicted to tokens, to AI tokens when the re-up man comes around instead of anything else. That's just my personal feeling. If you're going to get addicted to anything, get addicted to your AI tokens, whether you're using Lovable or Replit or whoever, right? Whenever the re-up man comes, that signing up, which we're going to get into Madness next, but signing up for Madness, I get 300 tokens every single day as well. You guys are going to be blown away by Madness. Let me set this up the right way, actually. Let's go ahead and let me see which one. All right, cool. Let's go. Let me close this out because I want to show you the full thing that happened, all right? All right. Yeah, let's get into it. So, at Wave Nerd, this is all your fault. All right. By the way, Wave Nerd, this is all your fault. Wave Nerd turned me into a token fiend, and then I'm turning Junior into a token fiend as well. But hey, if you saw all the stuff that I've worked on in the past few days, you would be absolutely amazed as well. All right. Let's go ahead and let's do this. We're gonna talk about Manus now. Let's talk about Manus. All right. So basically I've seen some videos recently about this application, or it's a web application. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's called Manus AI. And I'm not even sure how to describe Manus, right? Let me see. Let me do a chat GPT real quick. Let's go. Let's do this together. Let me see, how would I describe it? How would or what would you explain Manus AI to be? Let's see if it can tell me. Manus AI is an AI-powered co-pilot for software development teams designed to automate repetitive tasks, assist with engineering workflows, and optimize team productivity across the software delivery cycle. Here's a simple breakdown of what it does. Manus AI. Manus AI is a developer productivity tool that integrates with your existing tools like GitHub, Slack, Jira, etc., and acts as a virtual assistant for Is it? Maybe it can't do that, but what I use it for was totally different than this, right? So I don't know if you. So think of Manus as a smart project manager plus engineering assistant that lives in your tools and quietly makes things, make sure things are moving, people are aligned, and the right things are getting done. I don't know if that's what I would consider it to be. I don't know. Well, let's just check on the website then. Manus AI, let's see. How is Manus different from ChatGPT? So, unlike ChatGPT, which chats with you and answers your questions, Manus is an agentic AI. That means it doesn't just talk, it acts. Named after the Latin word for hand, Manus is built to take your ideas and turn them into real results. Okay, so let's go to this. Let me go here. I wish I could get a. I wish I can get like a description of what it is, but it's okay. It's okay. So whatever. Let's just see what it can do. So I'm gonna go here. I have a friend of the family who is a nurse practitioner. I want to say, are the nurse practitioners almost like a doctor? I don't know, but they have a clinic. They're trying to have their clinic grow. And they're like, oh, can you help me? I know you're in tech and stuff like that. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I saw him the other day, like, oh, you never got in contact. I'm like, look, I'm on YouTube I'm on YouTube, Twitch, on X every single day. Right? I don't have that type of time to just like, oh yeah, I remember this person needed my help. Let me go and drop everything I'm doing to help them. But I was watching a video this morning. You're talking about Manus, right? And let me see if I can zoom in on this. And I told Manus, come up with a plan to help a new small health clinic that just opened up to market and grow their business on social media and other marketing venues. The company is located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They are a primary care physician and focus on health and wellness and treating and preventing STDs. Give me all possible ideas to help this clinic grow. That was my prompt, because that was my very, very first prompt using Manus, all right? Well, what did Manus say? Manus said, I will help you develop a comprehensive marketing plan for the new health clinic in Fort Lauderdale. Let me create a detailed strategy covering social media marketing, digital marketing, community outreach, and other growth opportunities, specifically tailored for a primary care physician focused on health, wellness, and STD prevention and treatment. So it started to research local markets and healthcare marketing regulations, right? It's searching for healthcare marketing regulations, HIPAA compliance, medical practice advertising, right? Search for that. Accessing information about HIPAA marketing rules from HIPAA Journal, accessing official HHS HIPAA marketing guidelines. Went there. It said it's going to, clicking the information, reading full HIPAA marketing answer. So it's going out there, knowing what to search for, because I would have never even thought about this, right? Saving HIPAA marketing compliance information into a markdown file, HIPAA marketing research. And then it says, all right, but now, let's research Fort Lauderdale healthcare market. So after finding out about the HIPAA marketing guidelines and rules, so okay, now let's see what's going on in Fort Lauderdale. So Fort Lauderdale healthcare market, Fort Lauderdale, Florida healthcare market demographics, primary care clinics. So it's search for Fort Lauderdale demographics, accessing Fort Lauderdale demographics and healthcare and health coverage data. It went to datausa.io. I would have not known to go to that, right? This is happening in minutes. So profile geo Fort Lauderdale, Florida, accessing health data for Fort Lauderdale, adding Fort Lauderdale market data to research life. To research file. So it adds that Fort Lauderdale market data to the HIPAA marketing research markdown file. researching STD clinic marketing strategies and considerations. So searching for STD prevention clinic, treatment clinic marketing strategies, healthcare, accessing the CDC STD prevention promising practices. It went to STD, or it went to CDC, adding STD clinic best practices to research file, researching healthcare marketing and social media best practices. Did that. Accessing social media healthcare marketing best practices. Did that. Reading more healthcare social media best practices. It's telling me that's scrolling down. All right. Continuing to read healthcare social media strategies. Adding that to the file as well. Then it gets to work. So it did all that research. It did all of that research for me. Then it says, all right, now it's time for me to get to work. So creating a comprehensive social media marketing strategy, right? So creating a file social media strategy, creating digital marketing and online presence strategy as well. Creating a comprehensive digital marketing and online presence strategy. Added that to the markdown file. Design community outreach and local marketing initiatives. Did that. Develop patient acquisition and retention strategies. Patient acquisition and retention strategies, right? Create implementation timeline and budget considerations. Did that. Compile comprehensive marketing plan document. Adding all that information. Adding implementation timeline and budget sections. Craziness, right? Completing comprehensive marketing plan document with appendices and a conclusion, converting the comprehensive marketing plan to a PDF, right? Said it's done. What's included? The complete marketing strategy covering market research and HIPAA compliance, social media marketing strategy for all major platforms, digital marketing and online presence optimization, community outreach and local marketing initiatives, patient acquisition and retention strategies, detailed implementation timeline, and budget planning. All right, so we have all of that created, but wait, there's more. It says, all right, key highlights. In 1 year, we want to target 500 new patients. The budget for this marketing. Shout out to Nord that just followed us on the Twitch side of the game. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
I love Twitch. I got to do some more work on Twitch because it is maybe I don't know. So many things going through my mind, but gotta figure it out. But let's focus. Right? Budget: $130,000 total marketing investment for the year. Expected ROI, 862% return on investment. Let's implement the plan right now. Patient value: $1,250,000 in lifetime value generated. Special focus areas: HIPAA compliant marketing strategies, culturally sensitive outreach for diverse Fort Lauderdale population, specialized STD prevention and treatment marketing approaches, community partnership development, digital first patient acquisition strategies. It breaks that down. The plan includes detailed implementation timelines, budget breakdowns, compliance checklists, content calendars, and performance tracking templates. All strategies are designed to be practical, actionable, and compliant with healthcare marketing regulations. This comprehensive plan provides everything needed to successfully launch and grow your health clinic in the competitive Fort Lauderdale market while maintaining the highest standards of patient care and privacy.
We the best.
That's crazy. This got generated in like 5 minutes. It did all of this in like 5 minutes. So let's take a look at this, right? Can I make more space over here? I guess not. But it has this whole, look at that, boom, maximize. Let me zoom in a little bit. Comprehensive marketing growth plan. It says prepared for, so I can say, I could have passed in the name, right? I can say, update the PDF for the name, right? New health clinic in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, prepared by a marketing strategy consultant. Could put my company name in here, the date, June 2025, document version 1. Executive summary, what it's looking to do. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but damn. I wish I had that soundbite. Damn, son, where'd you find that? Right? Look at that. Look at that. All this, key objectives, right? Establish clinic as trusted healthcare provider in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Acquire 500 new patients in the first year with target lifetime value of $2,500 per patient. Build a strong digital presence and community reputation. create sustainable patient acquisition and retention systems. Investment overview 130, expected generated value $1,250. Cost per acquisition $260. Right? They gave you a strategic approach. The plan employs a multi-channel approach combining digital marketing, community outreach. We read that. But look at that. Table of contents. This is a full business marketing plan in like 5 minutes. Where do you get that? Where do you get that? Shout out to that YouTube video that said, try out Manus, right? But this is what I mean about investing in yourself, right? I paid $19 to get it for a month, and I am blown away by what it did. Market research. So market research, healthcare, marketing, regulatory environment. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but prohibited activities without authorization, selling protected health information, permitted marketing activities, which you can do, business associate requirements, Fort Lauderdale marketing. So now, my God, look at this. It's breaking down the Fort Lauderdale market demographics. Fort Lauderdale represents a diverse and growing healthcare market with significant opportunities for a new primary care and STD prevention clinic. Population of Fort Lauderdale, 183,000. Median age, 43 basically, right? Median household income, $80K. 6.05 increase from 2022. Poverty rate, 15.2%. Health insurance coverage, 85.9% of people in Fort Lauderdale have healthcare health coverage, right? Demographics, white, non-Hispanic, 45.2. Blacks or African Americans, 28.5. 2 plus, I don't know, that means 2 plus Hispanic, 10.6. White Hispanic, 6.12. 2 plus non-Hispanic, 3.99. Healthcare infrastructure, primary care physician ratio, 1,242 patients per physician in Broward County. That means that there are spaces for more primary care physicians to help reduce the load, right? Dentist ratio, 1,205 patients per dentist. Mental health provider ratio, 441 patients per provider. Market opportunities, high insurance coverage, great. Diverse population, significant Hispanic and African American populations requiring culturally sensitive marketing. Middle income, median income of $80K suggests ability to pay for healthcare services. Aging population, median age of 42.9 indicates growing need for preventative care and wellness services. Primary care demand, patient to physician ratio suggests potential demand for new primary care services. It's about STDs, CDC best practices for STD clinic marketing. Let's see. Healthcare social media market landscape. Social media has become a crucial tool for healthcare providers, serving multiple functions from patient acquisition to healthcare education. Core benefits in healthcare social media. Content strategy, best practices, educational. Oh my God, it's breaking down what type of content you should be putting out for your marketing, right? Educational content, 40%. And it tells you, use healthcare tips, medical facts, treatment information. Inspirational content, 25%. Patient success stories, staff achievements. Behind the scenes, 20%. Facility hours, staff introductions, daily operations. Community engagement, 10%. Local events, partnerships, and advocacy. Promotional content, 5%. Services, special offers, announcements. Platforms to use. Facebook. Use Facebook for community building, detailed health education, event promotion. Use Instagram for visual storytelling, behind the scenes content, health tips. Use LinkedIn for professional networking, thought leadership, staff recruitment. Use TikTok for health education for younger demographics, trending health topics. A full marketing business plan right there at your fingertips in minutes. Imagine if you get this and you start implementing it, and you start saying, okay, how can I use AI to implement all of this, right? Building out agents, which Madison probably do some of that type of stuff. I have to play with it a lot more. Social marketing strategy. Get something to drink. So it gives you your Facebook strategy. It gives you a posting schedule. 5 to 7 posts on Facebook. 5 to 7 posts per week. Monday, wellness. Wednesday, prep. Monday, motivation. Tuesday, educational content. Wednesday, wellness Wednesday. Thursday, staff spotlight or behind the scenes. Friday, weekend health tips. Saturday, community events or health news. Sunday, inspirational motivational content. Instagram. feed post, stories, LinkedIn, content calendar framework, January. It's breaking down what to post per month. That's crazy. That's crazy. Monthly themes, January, New Year's, new health goals. February, Heart Health Awareness Month. March, Women's Health Month. April, STD awareness. May, mental health. June, mental health. July, summer safety. August, back to school. September, healthy aging. October, breast cancer. November, diabetes. December, holiday health and this is crazy. This is crazy. Content themes. STD prevention. A full breakdown of marketing strategy right there at your fingertips. Metrics and KPIs. Likes, comments, shares, saves. Growth metrics. That. A full package. And this has 31 pages. I'm only on page 10. I'm going to leave it at that. Do you see what you're missing out on by being scared of technology? In a minute, I got a full comprehensive marketing plan and strategy for a health clinic in Fort Lauderdale. What do you need? What do you need help with? What do you need help with? I'm just saying. Anyways, let's get one more question. Let's get one more question in. All right. We are going to our fourth question of the night.
Another one.
Higher paying job or comfort. So, should I take a much higher paying job or stay where I am comfortable? Comfortable. What is comfort at the end of the day? What is comfort? It says, I have a bit of a conundrum and not sure how to proceed. See, you know what? Thank you to this person because they gave the TLDR before they got into the long story. So TLDR, too long didn't read. Happy at my current job, but received a much more lucrative offer. Shout out to you. I currently work for a firm in the tech industry that does some defense work, but mostly just consumer tech. I've been there for about 2 years and I'm pretty happy in that my bosses are relatively laid back and that my workload isn't terrible. I probably work 5 to 6 hours of the day on average. However, I do commute about an hour and 15 minutes each way to get there. When I started, it was part-time remote. Now they have mandated in-office 5 days a week. I received an offer last week from a large tech defense firm that is only about 15 minutes away from my house. I accept. Yes, I accept right now. Give me a job 15 minutes. I mean, I work remotely right now, but if I had to go to the office and if I have to go to the office now and I drive an hour and 15 minutes away versus 15 minutes away, I will be out of there in a heartbeat. Right? And it's nearly double. What the literal? I am not about to read this. I don't read these ahead of time, all right? Says, I received an offer last week from a large tech defense firm that is only about 10 to 15 minutes away from my house. You had me at hello. But wait, there's more. And it nearly doubles my current salary and allows me to work from home half the time with every other Friday off. What?
Bruh.
Are you trolling me? Are you trolling me here? Additionally, the health will be about $1,000 less of a deductible, though I am young and typically don't go to the doctor that often. PTO is roughly equal. The wrinkle I have is primarily that I am planning to go back to school within the next few months, so I'm unsure what is going to be the better choice here. What the? Shut up. Shut the hell up, all right? Now I'm getting mad. Now I am getting angry, right? Because this is not right. This is not a question. You know what it means? If you're about to go back to school, you're gonna just be up a little bit later. You're gonna be up a little bit earlier in the morning to get your work done while you double your damn salary, and while you work. See, this is stupid. This is stupid because you have more time to study because you have every other Friday off. You get to work remotely. You get to drive less. So that means you get to get that hour and a half that hour and 50 minutes you'd be driving each way. Now you have a whole hour to study each way. So shut the hell up, all right? I'm sorry. I didn't even finish reading the whole question yet, but I'm getting upset. It says, additionally, I had a falling out with my best friend a little over a year ago relating to working for the company I received an offer from on the basis that it is a defense work. So what the, I'm gonna be, with all due respect, your friend, all right? And double your best friend. They are not, your best friend is not paying you double. Your best friend is not paying you double. You don't need that friend. That is not a true best friend. And you had a falling out, so it's not even your best friend. You say I had a falling out with my former best friend a little over a year ago. Why are you even thinking about a friend from a former best friend from a year ago? They can go. They can go. All right. I have a perfect song for you at the end of this show. All right. Whew, boy, they're getting my blood boiling over here. It says, I'm really at an impasse on whether to take the job or not. Do I stay where I'm comfortable and know the stress level, or do I move on to the lucrative offer? All right, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to make it very, very simple. All right. I don't even need a 5-minute timer for this one. I don't even need a 5-minute timer for this one. Take the damn job. All right. I'll put it. Right. I'll put it. Just take the damn job. Just shut up and take the job. All right. They told LeBron to shut up and dribble. Shut up and take the job. All right. Look, you're about to double your salary. You're about to get every other Friday off. You're about to be able to work hybrid, and you can just go to the office whenever you feel like. If you're at home and you're stressed because people are making too much noise, you can just, I'm just gonna go to the office for a few hours, do what I gotta do, and then I'll bounce. Look, they're gonna double your salary. Why is this even a question? If you're about to double your salary, what does school even have to do with it? Go to school, get your little paperwork, but use those 2 extra hours to, and here's the crazy part, right? You don't even know if it's going to be more work. Why are we afraid of work? Why are I think work is absolutely amazing. Working is absolutely amazing because of the opportunities it gives you to grow, to learn, to level up. I remember back in the days, people were like, oh my God, it's Monday. Oh, Monday, it's my vacation on Mondays. I'm like, shut up. Shut the hell up. I want to grow. I want to expand. I want to learn. I want more money. I want more money.
Money.
So what are we talking about? Like comfort? Honestly, I think the current job that you have isn't comfortable. I think it sucks. You're making less money. You have to drive 1 hour and 15 minutes to work. For consumer tech, with defense work, you will always have a job. Because guess what? We spend the most amount of our budget on the military. So they're always going to be needed. So go to that defense work. Your best friend talking, you had a falling out because I had a falling out with my best friend from over a year ago because the company I received an offer for is defense work. Man, like I told you earlier, that best friend and whoever else is telling you not to take that job, them too. All right? I'm just saying. Go and make your money. Go and make your money. All right? Save that time, grow in that company. Because guess what? If you double your salary right now, how much are you going to make at your next position in that when you get promoted in that company? When you get your degree and you get promoted, and now you're in management, or you're at a staff level, or a lead level, or a principal level. You're in tech. That I don't even know the name of the company, but that just puts you ahead of the game tremendously. Crazy opportunity. Crazy opportunity. You have no idea. and now you're worried about somebody that doesn't even want to be your friend. They're not even your friend anymore. Why are you even thinking about them? Why does that even come up? The better choice is to do what's going to put you in the most lucrative position and still go to school. Still go to school. Whatever degree that you're going to get, if it's a master's or something, go and get it. Wake up early, go to sleep late. Use that hour commute time to actually work. Stay home, work, leave the house 20 minutes early or 20 minutes before you got to get to work. Get there. There you go. I'm mad at this question. I am super duper upset at this question that this is even a topic for consideration. No, not happening. You gotta go and get your money. Get your work from home. Get every other Friday. I wish I had every other Friday off, but get your every other Friday off. Work 10 to 15 minutes from the office. Simple. TLDR. TL or too long, didn't listen. TLDL, right? Take the damn job. Make that money. All right. Anyways, let's wrap that question up. All right. Here is how we're going to end the show. I don't see anybody in the chat. So here's how we're going to end the show. I am going to sample out. So basically what's been going on. I was contacted by somebody who is working on building out a content creation personal assistant, right? They call it Nova. I don't know if that's going to be the name going forward, but that's what they're calling it. They're calling it Nova, where it's supposed to help you with your managing your content creation, getting your metadata. You guys see like what I've been. So basically, they saw all the stuff that I was working on. They heard that I wanted to build it, so they went ahead and started creating it. They said, "Hey, do you want to help us out? Do you want to test this for us?" And basically, we took your workflow and we built something around it. Right? I said, for sure. If it can make my life easier, save me time, have me reduce my workflow, by all means, let's go for it. So I've been using it over the past few weeks, and saved me a lot of time. I'm just giving it ideas like, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? And they're implementing it, and I'm testing it out, saying, okay, this isn't working over here. That's not working. Giving some suggestions for features, and they'll implement it, and we'll see how it works. So I just want to give you a preview of what it is because it's not out to the public yet. I know that they're going to be looking for some beta testers in the near future, but they haven't even figured out their pricing yet, right? They haven't even figured out their pricing model yet, but I've been using it. It's been saving me a lot of time, right? But I want to show that to you real quick before we head out today, right? So let me go ahead and share my screen. So this is Nova for now. It's subject to change. It is subject to change in the layout and stuff. I think they have a dark mode too. I haven't really used dark. Oh, this is my first time using the dark mode. But they have a chat assistant. Let's see. So what I want to do, I'm gonna manage YouTube, right? Because you can do like I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but I'm gonna do an example with my workflow because I'm going to schedule the video, or at least not necessarily schedule it, but at least get it to I'll just show you what I normally do, right? So I'm gonna go to manage YouTube, and it's already connected to my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna say load my drafts, and it has the video that's supposed to premiere tomorrow, right? That's supposed to premiere tomorrow about learning effective prompting. I'm gonna click on that, and it's going to load it up over here, right? So there goes the video. It's gonna load it up over here. These are other videos that I have that I'm going to be scheduling, right? And I am going to say optimize your video with AI. And I can actually, I don't think you guys need the sound, but you guys don't need the sound, but I can actually because what I do is I'll play the video. So that way, like when I'm doing the scheduling the Q&A videos, they're from months ago, so I don't know what they're about just by looking at the title. So I'll play them back a little bit, right? So I used to have to open up a new tab to play it, listen to it, and then start creating my description. In I had like 10 browsers open to do this, right? Now everything all in one spot. So I'll say, okay, what is this video about? So this video is software exploration concept and overview, where I am sharing how to get started with prompting in AI in a very easy to understand and effective way. So I'm just describing what the video is about, right? I'm using Chat GPT with some basic prompts that nobody has thought of using before to learn how to prompt effectively, right? So, and I'm going to say use OpenAI as a provider. They have Perplexity as well, and they can always add more different providers if you want to choose between different providers, but defaulting to OpenAI. I use Perplexity when it's current events, right? But I'm going to go with OpenAI, and we're going to say generate AI content. And it says, all right, cool. Are we still here? Are we still here? Looks like we're back. It looks like that was weird. That was weird. And everything reset on me. All right, well, whatever. Let's just kill that. And I'll finish. All right, so let's finish this up. That was so weird. Everything just went dead on me. All right, but anyways, insert at line 2. I'm so confused. What just happened here? Something crashed on me. Not sure what it was. We'll take care of that afterwards. All right. Anyways, let's finish up. Let me see. So I say insert at line 2. And it adds it. So there goes my title. Let me change it back to light mode. There goes my title. There goes my description. And I say what playlist added to is going to be for software explorations. So this is connected to my YouTube channel, right? We're going to do this one, and we're going to do this one. And it says it's category science and technology. Yep. And we're going to say, now we need our thumbnail. I already created the thumbnail before the show started. We are going to do, so it does have the ability to generate the thumbnail with AI. It does not do a good job generating the thumbnail with AI. So I still have an external workflow to do that. If I could have, I think if it was possible to use Midjourney's API, then they would have done it that way. But right now, it's the AI generation is not the best right now. So they didn't. I don't use that part of this application because I don't like it. All right, but it does have the possibility. I'm just gonna use one that I created because I like to have more control over my thumbnails. So let me see, where's my thumbnail? We are gonna go with, where is that thumbnail? Oops. We are, where's my thumbnail? Here. Where's that thumbnail? Did I not? Maybe it didn't save. Let me go and get the thumbnail. That was so weird. I don't think it wanted me to show you this. Let me get that thumbnail. So they said this. It said we were showing too much tonight. What happened to my sound effects? All right, give me. What a day. Let's go ahead and kill this. Let's open that back up. Let me save my thumbnail. All right. Now I'm going to take my thumbnail and I drop it right here. Boom. Thumbnail. Easiest way to learn effective AI prompting. And let's see if this is going to work. Let's see if this timestamp generator is going to work, because it's been kind of flaky from what I've seen trying it out. But let's see. And I think it worked decently. Yeah, actually it did pretty good. I'm going to append the description. And now, if we look at the description, it has added our timestamps, and I'm going to say save changes and upload thumbnail. Now, if I go to my backend over here, I have what I just did: master prompting in AI with these simple tips. And I have all of that good stuff. So now all I have left to do is set up the monetization policies and the visibility, all that. This stuff takes like 30 seconds for me to go through, set up the monetization, the video elements, the visibility, and I schedule it for the following day. Right? Or for whenever it's supposed to be for, right? So, but yeah, this is what the Nova, this is what the Nova people are building, based on what I described to them as my workflow. They have went ahead and put this stuff together, right? But that's it. That is it for today. Just wanted to show you that as we wrap it up. Really, really impressed by it. And as I get, they are going to be a sponsor of the channel. And as I get more information about pricing and stuff like that, if they need beta testers, I will let you guys know. For any content creators who want to try this stuff out, we can go from there, right? But that's it. Want to show you guys that. That's what I've been using to help me streamline and automate my content creation workflow. Shout out to the people at Nova who built this amazing piece of technology. Really cool. Really cool stuff, all right? But the time has come for us to get up and out of here, all right? It is time for us to get up and out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We had some great questions. We had some great demonstrations. Shout out to Junior. Shout out to the person that I'm coaching for his Hobby Explorer as well. Really cool stuff coming down. Shout out to that Manus as well. We got a full business plan in a short amount of time. I'm going to go try it out for some other stuff as well. But that's it. Do me a favor as we wrap up the show. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. Roxy, Wave Nerd, Rod, just Rod, not Rod Brown, but just Rod. Magnetar, DB Daryl, Monica lurking in the shadows. Shout out to all of you guys. Really, really appreciate it. Everybody who watched from the clouds, thank you guys so much. On your way out, if you haven't done so already, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. As well, go to techcoachralph.dev. Sign up today, sign up for free. Take advantage of the link that is pinned to the top of the chat, where you can get 3 months on me in courtesy of Father's Day. Really, really appreciate it. But yeah, that's it. techcoachralph.dev. Got merch as well. This cool shirt, as well as other clothes. All of that good stuff, right? Roxy says, good night, Tech Coach Ralph, and all good night to you as well. Roxy, thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Truly, truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
But on that note, we're out of here. We are out of here. Tech Coach Ralph. We're out.
For hands to pull me up, I fill my own glass, I drink my own cup. Failures fuel the fire that sets me free. Every spark, every flame burns brighter in me.
I called the shots, but they ran away. Promises made, but none would stay. So I turned the mirror, and what did I see? The only one I trust is me.
I stood alone when the world turned gray. Hope shattered like glass, dreams led astray. But I picked up the pieces, carved my own way. Now it's my voice, my game, my play. I'm betting on me, I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all, now I'm the key. The world's in my hands, I'm betting on me.
I'm betting on me, I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all, now I'm the key. The world's in my hands, I'm betting on me. Tired of waiting for a no-show crew, so I built the dream with my own view. Brick by brick, I carved my lane. Through the storm, through the pain.
I'm betting on me, I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all, now I'm the key. The world's in my hands, I'm betting on me.
I'm betting on me, I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all, now I'm the key. The world's in my hands, I'm betting on me. They vanish like shadows when the sun appeared. Left me to battle my own darkest fears. But I turned the silence into my cheer. Every loss was a step to get me here.
I'm betting on me, I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all, now I'm the key. The world's in my hands, I'm betting on me.
I'm betting on me, I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all, now I'm the key. The world's in my hands, I'm betting on me.
Oh, 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 oh.